Hey guys, I know I'm doing a video on what is today, Monday? Okay. Sorry, I'm fixing my shirt because my ass crack is hanging out and it feels very cold there. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this. God, this camera makes me look like shit, which it's Monday, so it's just a given. I look like shit on Mondays. Something weird. So when I did that video the other day and you guys kind of seen that I was being interrupted by someone coming through, which was so weird because like I've had that happen before, but they don't like tend to come through like that, like really strong and like, where I felt like I was choked up almost. But after I got done doing that, I decided because like, I don't know if you see where I kind of go into like a blank stare for a minute. The reason why I was like in a blank stare during that video was because in neon light blue lights, this man told me his loved one's name. So it was almost like an advertisement sign. So that was really weird. So I then kind of realized who he was wanting to talk to. So I said, what the hell? And I messaged her. She was busy. So this is what's the crazy part about this whole thing. So she was busy, so she really couldn't. She did not. She said, yes, tell me. Yes, tell me. And she even told me I probably won't read it tonight because I'm busy. So I said, what the hell? This is going to be scary because, first of all, I call this like going in blind, which I go in blind with everybody's readings. I don't know these things. I don't know these people usually that come to talk to you personally on a personal level, or I wouldn't know certain things about them to tell you. But when I'm talking about going in blind, I mean like blind, because I know what this person, the spirit, was telling me on the other side, what he was telling me to relate to his family member. So when I'm doing this reading, it's only me messaging her. She's not saying, oh, yes, you're right, or okay, or let me explain why you're seeing this certain thing, blah, blah, blah. No, there was no response from her whatsoever, okay? And she actually, and so that it gives me self-doubt. So then I'm like, what happens if I'm mixing two spirits together and I'm telling her what this, not her loved one saying, but someone else that might have known her is telling me? Or what happens if I'm mixing these spirits messages together and it's going to sound so nuts, this woman's not going to understand anything I'm trying to tell her? And what happens if I'm telling her stuff from the other spirit that's like standing behind him and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This doesn't make sense to me at all. So I was totally blind on this. She was not there to say, yes, Charity, you're right. Oh, I know why you said that nickname. Or I know why you kept stressing about a certain thing. And so I didn't have that. So I was totally blind that night, totally. So then I'm all weekend doubting myself, like, oh my God, please let me have done this right. And I hope this makes sense to her because it looks freaking crazy when I went back and read it. I'm thinking, oh Lord, this woman's going to say that girl has lost her mind. So Sunday, yesterday, she messaged me and said, I just got done reading what you told me and I can't believe this. So she was shocked. So there was things in there that she explained to me so I could understand why I was seeing certain things, which thank you so much for doing that, even though it was 2 days later, because I was like, why the hell am I not getting past this certain object kind of thing? Why does he keep coming back to this certain thing and I don't understand it and it is the weirdest shit I've ever seen? So thank you for letting me know what all that meant, because that took a huge weight off my shoulder and made me feel more confident in what I do, because like I said, I went in totally blind on that. Like I could have just been reading from a damn book and and typing what I was seeing in a book to her, and it wasn't that. But I mean, I could have given her anything and I wouldn't have known if I was right or wrong, because she wasn't responding back to me that whole night. As a matter of fact, she didn't even respond back on Saturday. It took her till Sunday to read that, and it hit home with her. So pat myself on the back for that. And I don't like doing that, because when somebody's able to respond back like yes, no, maybe, let me explain why you're seeing this certain thing, it'll make sense to you once I tell you, it helps me to stay on track with that certain loved one, so I don't veer off to your great great uncle Bob or whatever, or a friend that you might have lost when you were in high school. I mean, because that's what can happen. I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people were lined up saying, hey, I want to just say hi, or whatever. And or sometimes even your friends' loved ones will stand there with your loved one for some reason because they've got something they want you to tell your friend. So it's hard to separate sometimes those people. So the good thing is that she responded back yesterday. I was totally blind on that whole thing, and I did a good job. So I'm glad that my spirit guides, my loved ones, my ancestors, my angels, and your loved ones are helping me throw that freaking self-doubt shit out the window. Because no matter how accurate I have been on all these readings I have done, and I've done a shit ton, so you don't know how accurate I have been. And I know there'll probably come a time that I'm not quite accurate. And then, like I said, it'll be because there's other people trying to talk to me also when they see my beacon on. So I know I've had tons of self-doubt. I always have self-doubt every time I go into a reading, and I don't know why. I guess it's because it's always that what if you're wrong? What if what you're seeing, you're not describing it right to that family? They're going to think you're crazy, and I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy. It's just that I'm trying to piece these puzzles together, and sometimes it's hard without having somebody acknowledge, yes, you're on the right track. You're with this person you're saying, da-da-da. So when I did that reading for her on Friday, and she responded yesterday, and she's like, oh my God, I've been to other places, and they didn't make no damn sense, and you were right there. So I feel so much better, and thank you for getting back with me on Sunday. You know who you are, because that helped take that weight of self-doubt off me again. And I don't know why I always self-doubt myself, because so far I've been like 100% on everything I've done. And I know there will be a time I won't be, probably because I guess I've been told that does happen sometimes. And it's not that spirit's wrong or I'm wrong. It's just that the way they're showing me, it's hard for me to understand. So I misguess what I'm hearing. Like I've done that with nicknames a couple times. Like I'll be really freaking close to the nickname. Like I might say, let's make up one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that sounds similar. Maybe they're called Horse. Maybe that's their nickname is Horsey or something. And I'm saying Housey. You'll even see it in my text where I'm like trying to say like 3 different names because I'm not sure if they're saying Horsey, Housey, House. That's how it comes to me. So sometimes it's hard because sometimes when they talk, sometimes they're very loud and vibrant and I can hear them like me and you talking. Sometimes they're quiet. So it's almost like you're hearing a whisper and it's hard to understand what they're saying. And sometimes they show me objects and you're like, okay, what the frick is that shit? But I'm just trying to explain that, which I've explained to you guys so many times about how this works for me. But I just want you guys to understand all this because it's all new to me too. Well, not new, but actually voicing this time what they're saying or what they're making me feel or sensing or hearing or seeing. I'm actually voicing it to you. So it's so different when I'm taking the message in and bringing it out to you through my voice or by the way I'm feeling. So, so that's kind of like that. And I'm hearing someone. So I'm just like, okay, let's not do this right now again. But, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I am so grateful for all of you guys, watching my videos, seeing what I post on my Facebook. And I know I've had so many people reach out for a reading and I am trying my best. To do some of them, especially like when someone has messaged me and like 2 days later, all of a sudden I'm hearing someone from them. So I'll try to message you back. And I'm not like going in order like how you guys have messaged me. I'm doing it by who is coming in strong. And sometimes they're like Bev's mom cracked me up, which I'm going to talk about Bev because the reason why I'm going to talk about Bev is because she already posted on Facebook. I did a reading for her. She already posted all the crazy stuff I told her pretty much and everything. But this is how Bev's mom was. And I laughed my ass off about it because I wasn't sure who I was going to do a reading for that day. And I kept saying I was drawn to like 2 or 3 people that day. And I didn't even know Bev was one of them that said, hey, I'll do a reading. everybody put their name in the comment, right? So I'm driving and her mom's just talking and talking, and I get home and her mom's still talking, and I'm trying to eat my supper and I can't even eat my supper because all I see is her like, excuse me, and like pushing her way to this front of this like line. This is what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm at Christmas time when you're in there and the lines are like 500 miles long and you see people like, excuse me, trying to get through there. That is what her mom did to me. And it was the most hilarious shit I've ever seen in a vision or whatever you want to call it when I'm eating supper. And it's like, I literally just stopped and was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to do this because this lady is like, excuse me, like getting to the front of the line. So that's kind of how that works sometimes. So kudos to your mom, Bev. She's pretty adamant about me talking to you. So you need to thank her for that. But so it was really crazy. And I don't know. I just want you guys to be on my journey with me because so many of us that are like this, we hold it in. We hold it in. And we think that we are freaking crazy. And we are not fucking crazy. I'm telling you. We're not crazy. It's just that some of us just hold it in and let it eat us up inside. And some of us choose to let it out and share it with you guys because it's meant to be shared. And that's how I've always felt since this really became so strong for me, is that you got to quit keeping this gift to yourself. You've got to start sharing it with people because people need to hear it. They need to get back to their faith, no matter what religion you're in. It's not even about religion anymore. It's about just having faith in God, faith in your loved ones who are on the other side, and your angels and your ancestors. And you'd be amazed, because I know I have an ancestor that's with me that I've never met in my entire freaking life. And this person I'm talking is way back from, like, I'm going to say maybe before Jesus. I'm not sure. And I know that sounds weird, but they are from India. I'm pretty sure because I can see the color of their skin. And I know that she is very strong for me, and mediums have picked up on her before and said, who is this mother figure? The weird thing is, before any of these mediums even knew anything about me or anything, and that's what they're picking up, is this woman, the mother. It's funny because this woman that I've always sensed around me, I've called her the mother. And the reason why I called her the mother was because she was like always so protective of me for some reason. I never understood why she was so protective of me. So I called her the mother because I did not know what her real name was, or she didn't at that time give me like what her name was. Now I call her Sunny. And the reason why I call her Sunny is because when this all kind of started coming out again during, like the shutdown, actually it was actually last summer, but summer before this past one, I was sitting out on the back porch, and all of a sudden I happened to be reading this thing about you could talk to your loved ones or find out who your guides or guardian angels are. I thought, oh, that's kind of strange. That's kind of cool. So I thought to myself, well, I would like to know that. And like almost freaking instantly, I see this woman standing in this giant field of like, almost like sunflowers, I would say. It was almost like sunflowers or flowers or poppies. It was really crazy. I seen her in this huge field of flowers. And the crazy thing is the sun was so bright that I was having trouble seeing her face. It was just like she had this warm glow over her face, and she was smiling like with like tons of joy, right? So I started seeing her that way. And so I started calling her Sunny because of how pretty her smile was and how sunny it was. And it was just me and her in this field of like flowers, which was so crazy. So then I got to thinking, this had to be the woman I've called the mother this whole freaking time. So I knew what she had on that day. No one else did, because I didn't tell anybody about this stuff, because like I said, I didn't want people to think I was crazy. So this is what happened. So I talked to this medium, okay, that is very, very like famous, I guess you would say. A lot of people know her, put it that way. And the first thing she brings up is, one of the first things she brings up is she's talking about one of my guides and how they were dressed. And I'm like, whoa, that's so crazy, because that's how I seen her. Exactly in that style and that skin color and blah, blah, blah. So Come to find out, she kept saying her name was like an S name. She's like, for some reason, her name, and I instantly said Sunny. And she says, that's it. Like, she freaked out too, because she was like, that's it, that's it. I couldn't understand what she was saying, but it's Sunny. So that's how I found out who my ancestral guide was, because this woman evidently has crossed my path more than once throughout my lifetime, or the lives I've lived. Say, if you guys believe in reincarnation, that some souls do, yes, come back. They do. Might not be today, tomorrow, or in 20 freaking years, but they do. Some souls do come back because they have more lessons to learn here on the earth. Okay? So me and this woman's, at one time, were probably way back in the day, sisters or best friends. And she chose not to come back this time, should I say? She decided to be my guide. So that's why I have a very special bond with her, and she's very protective of me, and she will not even let mediums come through to see my stuff, right? She will stop them like dead in their tracks, like, wait, you ain't passing here unless she says it's all right. You know what I mean? That's kind of how she is. And that's how, like, at first I was thinking it was 2 mediums that picked up on her. No, there's actually been 3 or 4 that have actually picked up on her and said, whoa, who's this woman that's like kind of stopping me from moving forward? And then I have to say, no, it's okay. It's my mother, is what I call her, the mother, or Sunny. So go ahead, spill your beans. What do you got about me, you know? So I know I'm getting off topic again, but I don't know. There's just so much I want to share with you guys. And I just want you guys to know what it's like to feel these things, and to experience these things, and to experience what happens after I get done with the reading and I hear that family member that's here on earth say, I don't think, Charity, you realize what you just did for me. And they might tell me 2 weeks later, like, I am still processing everything you said. And I'm like in shock because of you, but in shock that you know these things, and it is my loved one telling you. So it is a process for you guys too. It's a process, and you'll still think about it maybe next year. I don't know. But I'm just saying that when I get messages like that from the people I have read, and they say, I don't think you realize how much this has helped, you guys, that is like, sets my soul, like, I don't want to say sets my soul on fire because that sounds bad, but no, it like makes my heart happy. It makes my soul happy. It makes me feel like, oh my God, that's so great that helped them in that way, because that's what I want to do. I want to help people. Even if it's just your loved one, sometimes they just come in simply and say, hey, this is, Terry or whatever. And I just want you to tell my granddaughter that I love her and I miss her and I'm still around her. Sometimes I just do that, as simple as freaking that. And that just little bit can change someone's whole freaking mindset of, holy crap, my grandpa's still here. And holy crap, there has to be a God, right? Because how else is this even freaking possible? So just so you know, that's part of the reason why I think I'm doing what I'm doing, is because they want people to restore their faith in Him and in the angels and in our ancestors and our loved ones and everybody else that's up there in the spirit world. They just want you to have faith again, hope. They want you to heal. They want you to be guilt-free. They don't want you to carry burdens. And they just want you to live your happy life. And that's pretty much what every freaking single one of them spirits that's come through have pretty much said. So for you that don't go to church and you kind of don't know if you believe in God, what's it hurt to? Anyways, what's it hurt to try to believe in Him? It's not going to hurt you any. If anything, it's going to help you a lot. So, think about them things sometimes. Think about that. Just when you're at home, sometimes it's cool to listen to like cool songs. Like, this is what's been weird. I have been so attracted to this song by this Hawaiian man, and I cannot still for the life of me figure out what is going on there. But there is a Hawaiian man. He's a heavyset man, and he is playing a ukulele, and he's singing, I think it's Over the Rainbow or something like that. And for some reason, every time I'm hearing that song, I'm getting like crazy goosebumps clear to my face. So there's something I'm sure is related to me somehow with this song. And another one is that song Hallelujah, which is weird because I would never listen to this stuff any other time. It's weird. It's so weird that I'm seeing it pop up everywhere in my life. It's so weird. So all of a sudden that song might come on the radio and it's on a weird station. I'm like, they don't even play this kind of music on there. That's just weird. Or I was on my Facebook and the freaking song popped up on my Facebook and I wasn't even talking about it. I wasn't even nothing about the song. And I'm like, holy crap, there it is. Boom, again. So that song, Hallelujah, and there's a woman that sings it that's pretty good. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I might post who they are, because you guys really need to listen to this. And not just like listen to it, like literally kind of relax your body and listen to the music, because it will give you freaking chills up your legs where you want to join in singing with them. Yeah, and I usually listen to like, I don't know, sometimes rap stuff thanks to my daughter, and it's sad that I know the words to them rap songs, but also I like to listen to rock and roll, and I listen to like the modern kind of stuff. I've never really sat down and listened to like Over the Rainbow and Hallelujah songs. It just so happened I started seeing it pop up in my life a lot, and so I thought, well, I need to see what this is. What is this pertaining to me? So then I started listening to it, and I'm like, holy moly, that gets me in like vibe mode, ready to do some readings. So I just want to say happy Monday. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you got lots of candy. I hope you all made it home safe. And I'll do some more videos, and I'll post who those people are. And there's another thing I need to tell you guys that you're going to shit your pants about. I don't know if you've all heard of Andy Grammer, but I got something really cool to share with you guys on my Facebook about Andy Grammer, because I think you guys will shit your pants. When I heard his story, he was live on stage, and I heard his story, why he wrote this certain song. Woo, let me tell you what, I was almost in tears, because I'm like, yes, someone famous who believes us people here that can do this. So awesome. Happy Monday. Just think, we got past this bad day. You know, Mondays suck. So we got past this day. Tomorrow's Tuesday, new day. So whatever's going on in your life that might be stressing you out or causing you to struggle, tomorrow's a new day. Love you guys.